Welcome to Loving Beyond the I Do podcast. This power couple is building stronger marriages one day at a time. Talking about real issues on love, relationships, and marriage longevity. Let's break down the barriers and engage in healthy conversation with your hosts, Jason and Tina Marie. Take a seat and buckle up because things are about to get real.
Hey, welcome to the show.
Welcome back, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Loving Beyond the I Do.
With your hosts, Jason and Tina Marie.
That's me.
So, welcome to episode number 53 of Loving Beyond the I Do podcast. So, today, as you can see, if you're watching us on YouTube, that we have a full house in the studio today.
And even if you're not watching us, you can hear it in a moment. We have 3 guests with us today. So let's get this conversation started. We're going to start with my far right. And if you can just introduce yourself and just tell us a little bit about you.
All right. So my name is Jeremy Scott. I am 26. Raised
in Illinois.
Chicago.
Yep.
Played professional baseball for 3 years. And now I own my own business, have my own investment group called Sage Investments. So, yeah, that's currently what I'm doing now.
So
are you
currently in a relationship?
Currently in a relationship, yes, sort of. It's complicated. So
we're going to take care of that
my
complication.
viewpoint is going to be a little bit different than most, I feel like. So
okay.
Yeah.
Well, we don't want you. We just want your experience.
I think it'll be about the same.
Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, it's kind of complicated. But yeah.
All right. The next person.
Okay. So my name is Marka Donaldson. I was originally born in Jamaica and came to the States when I was 9. I am currently 27 and I'm a 2-time graduate from the best HBCU.
Woo!
And which one is that?
Florida Agriculture and Mechanical University.
All right.
Yes.
AKA FAMU.
FAMU, home of the Rattlers. And I'm currently a full-time entrepreneur and investor.
So you said 2-time graduate. What are those graduates?
Okay.
And what were they in?
So I have a bachelor's degree in chemistry and a master's in public health.
Okay. All right. And are you currently in a relationship?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
All right.
She's like, oh, yes, I am.
Cool. Perfect. So Jason Scott II, 27 years old, just one-time graduate from Florida A&M with a degree in biochemistry with a minor in biology.
All right. Woo, woo, woo.
Yep.
Go
And as
Rattlers.
of the last, about a year and a half now, I've been a full-time entrepreneur / investor with some of my business partners here on the panel with me. And yeah, just working every day to help better the lives of other people.
All right. All right. So are you currently in a relationship?
Yes.
All right. So what do you guys
Now,
think?
let's go ahead and get down into it.
Let's get into it.
Yeah.
All right. So what do you guys think, or how do you think you guys differ in your thoughts towards a relationship as far as what we think, like old school versus new school? What do you think the difference in how we look and view relationships? Don't everybody answer at once.
I think it's more of a spectrum. Like with you guys, it's more of a black and white type of thing. I think it's more of a spectrum with this generation.
Okay, meaning,
not every relationship purpose is to go to marriage. Like some people are just in relationships for a certain amount of time, or you have certain maybe just physical relationships, or certain like just emotional relationships, or certain relationships that or certain open relationships, people who are dating multiple people at the same time.
Jada and Will.
Oh yeah, something like that. Like it's just a very like there's no judgment as far as the spectrum of the relationship, as long as I think what defines a relationship now is just the open communication and respect, mutual respect. Whatever is agreed upon within those two parties dignifies the relationship. Whereas in the old school, it's like it's very monogamous.
I don't think so. But is that why the young man over there said it's complicated? Is that spectrum? but I'm saying you like your
So
view.
Jeremy, why did you say it was
Well, I'm getting back to what he said, because he's like, okay, your view was black and white. Ours is more of a spectrum. But every time we talk, so you say that as if, we have more options, we're more open. But every time we talk to young people, it's always about it's complicated. So what makes is that why it's so complicated?
The spectrum has nothing to do with the complications. The complication has to do with the dynamic that's within the relationship that makes it complicated. The lack of effective communication is what makes it complicated in my eyes. Because you can have, if you have total agreement, total mutual respect, total like agreements on the whole guidelines of what your relationship entails, then there's no complications.
Oh, so you think? All right.
I don't know
So
about that.
right.
I feel as though it's more of an internal thing that causes the complications, and because let's say back in the day for you all, you had like you kind of knew what you all wanted to do. So it's like
I don't think so. I don't think you guys have an idea, a clue about back in
And
the
that's-
day.
I mean, but
Because
based
really,
off what I've seen and what I know, my knowledge,
Mm-hmm.
I know that you guys had a vision on what it is that you wanted to do in life and what you wanted in a relationship.
I don't think so. I think that
More so than what we have.
no. I think you guys are more on track than us.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that the
I-
teenagers or the 20-year-olds in our time were pretty much the same as in your time.
Yeah.
Confused, didn't know what to do, kind of went to college. Some made it through, some didn't. I think the times are pretty much the same. It's just you all have
I think they
you're-
communicate
you're
better than we
open,
did.
You're in touch with more information out there,
Mhm.
right?
Because-
You're exposed to more things.
Right.
So we only had our 4 blocks, right? 4 blocks you can go that way. Whereas
It was
you all,
simple.
It was simple.
It was
right.
It
Now
was
it's
kinda simple.
complicated because since you have access to more things, now you have more distractions.
I
Now
can
you-
believe that,
and
right?
then
Yes.
Right.
you have the comparisons as far as social media, comparing yourself to other people, and then that kind of causes an internal conflict within yourself.
But I think as far as the person is concerned, like you guys knew what you wanted to do back then. No, if looking back in my younger years, it's kind of
Well, I
like the
would
same
say-
thing it was now. But I would say you all are more together, even though you're exposed to more things, which makes you more knowledgeable, which makes you know what you want to do. See, I think it's a benefit and then it's not a benefit. I think you guys talk more and do more and act more because you know that it's more than just those 4 blocks.
Okay.
Well, I don't think it's really a fair contrast if we weren't there. I feel like you've seen both sides, so you guys have more of a contrasting where it's just like we're kind of just saying what we see.
But
Right,
I would say
I
more
understand
so
that.
from an example, right? Let's say if I'm with a lady and let's say back in your time, right? I'm back with a lady.
They act like we
Yes.
back in your time.
I mean, like,
Yeah,
we
dang, I feel
rolling
like
back to black
with
and
the
white.
dinosaurs
Right.
and stuff, right?
What
Like
was
it was
the
color
70s,
TV.
80s? What was it?
Okay, no,
Okay.
90s.
78,
90s.
Right. Well, in the 70s I was very little, so
Right.
I'd say the 80s.
Okay, 80s, 90s, around that
Right.
time.
Yeah.
It was, if you had your eyes set on one woman, it's kind of hard for you to get distracted
Mhm.
kind of back then. But now,
Why? Because
but look though,
Let me
but
listen.
now I have a lady, so it's easy for me to get on social media and look at a woman and say, I want that. That looks better than this. Do I deserve this? Can I get this? You know what I'm saying? Like you get distracted and you start asking yourself questions as far as, can I get
Am I
this? This
settling?
looks right. Am I settling? Right. So it's like, okay, yeah, I'm with this woman, but I can get on social media real quick, see somebody that looks a lot better than her. That makes me start to question and
I can
reconsider
kinda-
my
It's not
decision.
even
Right, I can see
see
that.
that. I can see that,
Be
but
you know what?
That's what we-
Be more focused.
Yeah,
be
whatever the
more.
case may be.
That's
be
kind of what
more
we considered
aligned
high
with
school,
what
right?
you-
So you were in grammar school and then you moved to high school and it's like, oh, I was dating this girl, but now I go to high school and I see a whole new world. Then from high school you go to college, you're like, wow, there's a whole even more girls, and I don't even want the girl back home. So I can kind of see what you're saying.
But in the
It's-
real
it's
world,
deeper
like,
than that, though.
when
Right.
you yeah, definitely a lot deeper than that. But in the real world, if you meet somebody, back in your time, in the 80s, 90s, you didn't have that many
60s.
distractions.
Right. We had to actually go out and meet
we
people.
didn't,
And
we didn't
that's-
have
Right.
that many
and that's what I'm
choices.
saying.
We
Right.
didn't have
No,
that
we
many
had to go
choices.
out and actually.
You can see a lot of people.
Right.
Right.
We had to actually go out and meet people and interact with people. Yes.
So, yeah.
So that's what makes it complicated.
Yeah, because that causes distractions, causes like internal conflicts, makes you start to question who it is that you're with. Do I really want to be with this person? Is this person better than this person? All of that. So,
Is it worth it?
is it
So
worth it?
and then it's the body thing, right? So you're seeing what people are viewing on social media as like this is the it that I want, right? As opposed to what I actually have,
Yeah.
right? So you're thinking that, oh, well,
Yeah, but a lot of that it is fake.
don't
But
matter, still look
sometimes
good.
It's not fake. And you can tell. But that's beside.
And I'm just talking about filters.
He wasn't.
I I know he wasn't.
Okay. All right. So, what is your take on relationships? What do you think is so? All of you guys, what do you like? Again, the question started with what is the difference in the viewpoint? How you guys view relationships and how we view relationships. And I know Jason said
It's better if they just give it from their point of view because they can't really talk from our point of view. They can't. They know
Never
about
talk to
what we
old
have.
people about older people about views on relationships or what they see as a relationship or anything like that.
Okay, so tell us about relationships now. What are relationships now?
Well, it depends on what generation you're talking to.
We're talking about your generation.
I'm talking
Our
about you.
generation.
Yeah.
So people
don't know.
Well, I'm talking to the three people that's right here.
It's like you have the people that think like you as far as looking for marriage.
Okay.
Then you have people that are just out here doing anything and everything. Then you have the people that's really just confused. Then you have the people that go both ways. Then it's like,
it's a bunch of different type of people.
you know,
You got people who are looking for soulmates, people looking for twin flames, people are looking for, all type of things, or people that are just in relationship with themselves.
right.
Like it's that's what I'm saying. It's a broader
That's
spectrum.
why it's so complicated.
And
That's what I was.
exactly-
Is that what
yeah.
I'm about to say?
That's what I'm
There-
saying. It's a
there-
broader
I think
spectrum.
that to me, I think that's all about trying to be different, unique. I don't want to
It's a lot
fit
more
into that
freedom.
one. And I think you guys want you want to demand that freedom, right? You guys want to do. I don't want to be put in a box. I want to be able to express
Which is
myself
so-
differently, which makes things
More
more
complicated.
complicated,
Yeah.
right? Because even
What's
if you know
wrong with boy meets girl, boy dates girl, and you see where it goes from there. I mean, I understand that may
Even
not
the
be
dating
how it
is
is.
different, right.
And I mean, I understand that, and I don't want to just say boy meets girl. I mean, I understand that you have girl on girl and boy on boy type relationships, and that's fine and dandy. But you meet someone and you just kind of want to be with someone.
But that's the thing, right? Back
Nothing's
then,
wrong with it.
in the 80s and 90s. I feel like it was more structured
Mm-hmm.
as far as dating someone. Now it's a battle between who's gonna pay, who's going. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a big thing. Like who's gonna pay for the date? Who kind of like what are we doing? Where are we going? Should I spend money on this person? Should I not?
Wow.
Wow. Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it's a big subculture of like being used or using dudes
right. Yeah.
and or using women.
Exactly.
So using women for physical.
But it's funny because men flash around this money like they want to be used, right? And then they get upset when a woman,
yeah, some people do.
right? So you're flashing, I have this money, and then when a woman is only attracted to you because you're flashing the money, then you want to talk about it like it's something negative.
Facts.
But you just use that money as a bait to get that woman.
Absolutely, we're not talking about them. I think we're talking about
We're not?
that. That's the
What?
culture, but it's like now you have to deal with the repercussions of that
Exactly.
because maybe we don't do that.
So Mark,
But still, it's like the end thing to maybe be used for your money because higher ups or people who are more successful have more money. They're flashing it, using it as a tool to get that attention. Where it's like now, where does that leave people who
do you
don't want to
think
do that?
do you think you can be used for your money? Because people can't do to you unless you allow them to do it. So how
Absolutely.
do you think so?
Indubitably.
I think it's the game. Like some women get used for the physical interaction, and dudes get used for their money. So it's like
So dudes
You
don't get
can
used
get-
for their physical.
yeah, or that too. But I'm saying more
Very
majority
rarely,
of the time, it's just where you get game run on you if you don't know how to recognize it, and then just like a dude use you and you feel some type of way, you can end up thinking a girl feel a certain type of way about you, and the whole time you was
They
just
think too much. That's
means-
the complicated
a
part.
means to go to Cabo for a weekend.
It's like I think. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just about to say I think the underlying issue is probably just communication. Everybody comes from different backgrounds. Everybody has their different thoughts on what they think a relationship is. So when they get together, you have two different people, two different opinions, two different thoughts, two different beliefs, two different backgrounds, and different factors play into that, and that's where the complication comes in.
So do you
think it's
think
too
you
much
are
of
you
a-
guys looking for monogamous relationships?
But wait, I would say this first. To add on to what she said, I think what makes it complicated as well, people don't want to kind of look stupid for someone. I have to look this.
Yeah,
No, you don't
yeah,
have to
yeah,
look that way, but you got to
way.
talk
Yeah.
to the mic.
Yeah, but go ahead, talk to the mic and talk to the people out there so they
Yeah.
can see you.
So people don't want to look stupid So that can kind of cause you to hold back from what it is that you might want to do in a relationship or dating or whatever the case may be. So, yeah.
Also, I feel like this generation has a lack of team spirit when it comes to anything. Just
Yeah.
like
So
it's
you saying they
like-
just
So
selfish?
you mean unity?
no team spirit. Like there's a lack of us against the world type of thing.
Yeah.
It's more so like me against everybody.
Yeah.
And
It's a lot.
it's hard for people to effectively communicate to have a team, and the team being the relationship where it's like, okay, now we established that, it's us. We're not going to have each other look stupid. We're not going to use each other and stuff like that. So it's like, and that's anywhere. That's, I feel like, business wise, friendships, relationships, like there's a lack of team spirit in this generation.
Because
Team-
everybody's scared of getting got.
Everybody is scared of getting got. So if everybody's scared of getting got,
Yeah,
then
we
those
we fend
people
for
who
ourselves,
those
yeah.
people
Yeah.
who are
It's tough out here in
sincere.
these streets. Yeah, for
But
sure.
I'm like the people who are sincere and looking for those relationships. Why can't they have them? Like, I don't want you to, like you said, everybody's looking to not get got, right? So if you don't want to get got, and I don't want to get got. When we get together, we should realize that neither one of us want to get got, and
But no
It's-
one's being
Yeah, sometimes that
sincere in the
But it's all
beginning.
about the trust.
Sometimes that happens.
If you don't trust the person, it's like it's not really going.
Actually, it's all about opening up yourself up to risk.
that too.
Yeah.
That too.
Yeah.
I was telling my barber that, like, at the end of the day, you gotta realize, like, relationships are a risk, and people don't want to accept that.
so relationships are a risk. I thought relationships was just a road, like you do that to understand what you want, what you don't want.
Yeah,
You
but
just
going
keep-
in
you
again,
just
like
keep
a lot of times,
evolving. It
like I
seems
said
they don't
before.
evolve. It seems like they just keep going back to the same old
Yeah,
spot.
yeah, but like I
and that's
said,
what
that
makes
if
it
you don't show up
complicated.
as your true self in the beginning or pick the right person, it is going to be
But
risky.
even as the true self, they don't even know who their true self are. Well, maybe I want to try this. Maybe I want to try that.
Exactly what I was about to say. Because sometimes the reason why people go through those cycles is because they really don't have self-worth, or they don't set up boundaries. So they accept any and everything when they know that they want better, but they don't really feel as though they deserve better. So they're going to. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so they're just going to take the next thing that's coming.
So it's like you continue to get in this cycle because you claim that you want this person, but you keep having the same conversations over and over about certain things, but you don't have the discipline, the self-discipline, the self-worth to change or even grow in that relationship. So the same thing comes back around, and it's like,
Sure.
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
I sort of
Right.
know what you're saying, but if you put it all together, right? The getting got, the not putting yourself out there, the I want this, but you keep going around. Like none of that really makes sense when you put it all together. It sounds contradictory, right?
It
Right.
is.
So it's like, okay, I see things that
That's
I want,
complicated.
but then you say,
It all contradicts. Absolutely.
I think you guys are just making it more complicated than it needs to be. So
Oh, for sure.
forget that. Let's talk about some good stuff on relationships. So Mark, I was asking you, or all of you guys, in your generation, are you all looking to be monogamous, or are you looking to just see where, like, I just want to fool around over here a little bit, I just want to fool around over there a little bit? Like what do you guys see? If Jeremy, you said we're a little different. In relationships,
or
just-
just talking about generally.
I feel
Right.
as though people
Both.
it's complicated because people don't really have an example of what a good relationship looks like.
Okay, I
Okay.
could go for that.
And then the only example will be things that you see on TV,
Right.
And which aren't real.
which aren't real.
Absolutely. Which everybody's family is not like that.
So it's like,
What do I look for?
what do I do?
What do I shoot for?
What is the goal? What's the vision? We don't have a goal. We don't have a vision. That's why things are complicated, because we don't know what we want.
Mm-hmm.
Or you don't know what to want. What is
Right.
the real and what is the fake?
Right.
What is the
It's
truth and what's a
complicated.
lie? Okay, but
As
you
I said, it's like internal battles. It's like,
but you
if
do
don't what
know
to do.
that
and then you lose yourself in the process.
Because you're
That's
trying to
why-
adjust
that's where
for this
not like that
relationship.
self-worth comes in. It's like you lose yourself trying to get somebody, please somebody, whatever the case may be. Then you forget who it is that you are, and then it's like, damn. And then that's when the whole I need to love myself, and then it's why it's like sometimes people get closed off. No, really.
Yeah, I get it.
right,
Yeah.
right,
It's
right.
Yeah.
Also, it's a very political
So-
time. It's
so-
like people have certain views on certain constructs of society, and it's like you find somebody that you kind of like, but they disagree with certain constructs that you have, then it's like, oh well, because you don't see this, then it won't work.
Then this relationship won't work.
And it wasn't that politically divided back in the past. Just to kind of
Oh no, it was politically divided.
It wasn't as bad, but yeah,
Okay,
I get
Marco,
it. Now,
what
right now,
do you
it's
have to say? We haven't heard from you. What do you think about the relationships now?
So comparing between
No, just
No,
what do
no.
you think about them? What do you
Right.
think from your friends, your associates, the people that you see in your generation? Just tell us something about relationships that maybe what's making them go wrong, and or what can make them go right. I don't know. Just tell us about relationships from your standpoint of view.
So from my perspective, I definitely agree with what Jeremy was saying about, it being a lot complicated. When I look at people and that's just from my perspective. So when I look at, other, role models like my parents or, other people that's been in a relationship and married for quite a long time, it just looking from the outside, it just seems a lot simpler. It just seems like they didn't have, a lot of distractions, a lot of different factors to play. It seemed like, they met, they dated, and it was like, this is the end goal, and we're going to work towards that. Exactly. But with us, it's just like a lot of things coming left and right, and it's just like we get sidetracked from what the goal is. And
Why is the end
people
goal?
Don't know what the goal is.
Why did the end goal change? Everybody's really, and I ask that because every time I talk to someone young, they want to find that person, they want to be in love, they want to be happy, they want to get married, but yet you guys are saying
they think that
That's cap.
my viewers may not know what cap is.
That's
It's
a
your time to
lie.
educate them.
So people don't want to get married.
People don't know what they
People
want.
people think it sound good.
Yeah.
People think it sound good. I was reading this too, like my married friends, some of them stay single. My single friends telling me to try to get married type of thing. So it's like people always feel like the other side.
So I think that's really, as you said, what's complicated, right? You want that love relationship, you want that happiness, but then you don't want to move it forward and be monogamous to get married, right? You're like, whoa, like let's just date, let's just have fun. So you don't really know where you want it to go. You just want it to go.
Going back to the social constructs, I mean, social, whatever your views on society. Like some people don't agree with marriage because it's like it's a you're bringing the law into it, like it's a business contract type of thing, to where it's like if you're just gonna be lifelong together, like then just that's just what it is. Why we got to bring the law into it? Why we got to bring the government? Why we need a piece of paper type of thing? So it's like it's that's what makes it complicated. It's like I could be with somebody all the way up to that point. Now they don't want to get married because of their views on the government. It's like that. I didn't ask you that on date 1, date 2, date 3, date 4. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's like
and that's part of you all try not to be put in that box, right? I don't want to go by the rules that you created because I don't think those rules make sense. Instead of I want to rewrite the rules, and then in the process of me rewriting them, I want to make them all confusing.
Well,
so if you guys, because you're like, well, why do we have to get married? Why does a piece of paper define what we have to do? Who says we need to get married?
I think
why?
that's good to challenge tradition. Like,
It is, but
the
thing is this: if you're gonna come with a problem, then you should have a solution. And I think you guys are just complicating it without actually saying this is the way it could be. And then you say, well, I don't know. Let's date 500 years and not get married or not be totally committed to that person. Well, there's a reason why there's a contract in it, right? Because if your things are yours and your money is yours and my things are mine, what combines them? What makes our togetherness is not just you saying it. It has to be some legal binding contract, right?
Yeah.
So if you and I are in business and you tell me you're going to do something, I need more than just your word. And that's why they say that words are, when someone makes an agreement, that is a binding contract, right? So when it comes down to the law, well, I've been living with this man for 500 years and now he's passed and I want his money out of his bank account. Well, are you his wife? No, I was his wife because we lived together, but your name isn't on his bank account. So now you can't get his money. That's why the government comes into it. That's why there's legal documents, because sometimes people don't do the right thing, even in marriage. So now you have to be able to back yourself, and someone passes away, we're in the military, you want to be able to get those benefits. How are you going to get those benefits? Well, the government says we're going to pay this person and that person, right? Right. So when you say about contracts, then we have to look at it in a different perspective. But you can't just say, I don't want you to define me and tell me I have to get a contract. There's a reason behind it. Let's look.
Right, and I mean, but that's up to the two individuals if they choose to.
I wasn't really debating. I was just saying.
Yeah,
that's another way.
But I want to.
But I'm saying that's how they kind of make things complicated.
Okay, I kind of want to get the guys, the young people's view on relationships. What they're looking for, how you think you're gonna go about getting it, and how you're,
and do you
moving
know
that
what
way.
You want? Do
right.
you know what you want? Because
tell us about that. Yeah.
Go ahead, Mark D.
Go ahead, Mark D.
I'm gonna let you go first, right? Wow. So do you know what you want in a relationship? What you're looking for, and what is the end goal? Do you have an end goal?
So yeah. So I feel like I know what I want, but somewhere in between the lines, it might be a little blurry. I do know that at the end, I do want to get married. That is the goal. That is the reason why, I date, to get married and settle down. But, it might be some blurred lines in between that. And I only say that because, again, so everyone has different backgrounds. So
right.
It's going to take some adjustment I'm trying to see how I can phrase what I'm trying to say. So my view, I want to say a couple years ago to now, when it comes to relationship, totally different. So it is a journey when you're in a relationship. You're also on a journey with yourself as well. And that's what I've learned along the way. So yes, we're together, or yes, we're a couple, but you have to have growth within yourself. So being in a relationship, to me, yes, the end goal is marriage, but at the end of the day, I have to be growing on my own as well. I have to not be able to depend on that other person, as far as whether it might be finance or whatever the case may be. I have to have my own and then come together with the other. So I want to say years ago, or even just probably watching my parents, that was never kind of the vision. It almost seemed the man is supposed to take care of the woman, or, financially, or whatever the case may be, the man has to do kind of everything. So now my view is kind of it's different. It's I have to have my own as well, and we come together as one.
How has you said you have an idea of what you want. Have you settled, or have you changed it, or are those ideas of what you want in a mate still the same? Like you said, you've changed. Your perspective has changed from that to that. So tell us that change. What has changed? What you're willing to take, what you want, what you don't think is real.
Okay, so it's a mixture of everything. So we were talking before about, social media or movies and stuff like that. Growing up, even as a little girl, when you think about fairy tales or Cinderella, all that whole storyline is not real. Relationship, you're gonna go through issues, you're gonna go through problems. So that whole idea originally was kind of what I wanted, the fairy tale, the guy comes to rescue you, the guy comes to take care of you, and it's just now that perspective has changed. Or even sometimes I keep referring to my parents because that's the only people that I know personally that's close to me that's been married. Just kind of watching them when I was younger, you don't really see everything. You see them together and happy, but being older now, you see little issues that come up. So it's my perspective has changed as far as the roles that each person would play in a relationship. I would say that for one.
What you want in a mate?
Yeah.
That's a question.
So
yeah.
That's what I wanted in a mate.
So what you wanted, I asked that because what you wanted in a mate years ago, how has that changed from what you wanted in a mate today?
Okay, that's a good question.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like that question.
And you guys listen, because I don't want to repeat it. I want you to answer those same questions. All right.
Okay, so what I wanted in a mate years ago versus what I want in a mate now.
Mm-hmm.
How has it changed? How is it not what you want?
Or
hasn't? Or
it hasn't changed.
Yeah.
If it's still the same, it's still the same.
It has to change because now it's not a fairy tale. She
Yeah,
knows
that's
the fairy
true.
tale does not exist.
I feel it's the same thing like what I was saying before. It's just...
You still looking for him to rescue you?
Oh, no. No, not that. But I'm saying that's what has changed. Kind of the roles. And just seeing my parents and kind of
Okay, Marco, you be in general. I want to know what you want in a mate. You keep dancing around this question. I just what right,
Yeah,
right.
just tell me what you want.
Tell me what
Okay,
you see.
I'll say this. If
And
you
when
don't
I
tell me
say
what
that-
you want, you ain't gonna never get it.
Tell me what you want. Tell me when you first thought about it, what you want in a mate years ago, because it has to have changed because you've changed. So when you first thought about a husband, did you even think about it that far, right? Or did you just think I'm gonna meet somebody, we're gonna get married? And then what do you want in a mate now?
Yeah, so years ago I actually
Yeah.
I didn't think about the details. I just
Right.
like what you said, just
Right.
meet somebody and get married.
Right.
Right.
But now, just from like dating, it's like wow, a lot of other factors like come into play. So I definitely want someone that is my partner, someone that we can be pretty much like a power couple together, but at the same time, individually, we're both strong. We're both, if we need each other, like, they're there, but it's not like it's not a necessity. Like, it's not, are you kind of
Codependency.
Yeah, so
It's
you
not
saying that
codependent.
you guys could right. You can stand on your own, but you can come together and be even stronger.
Right. And
Gotcha.
So what's that?
Codependent.
What's that song? No, what you make? No, the thing in it said you make me better. Like I'm good by myself, but then when you come, you make me better.
It's called "You Make Me Better."
Right. I can't even think of the
okay.
first part of the
Yeah.
song. What does it
I'm
say?
a movement by myself.
I'm a movement by myself. That right. so-
Exactly.
right.
Exactly.
Right.
So that's kind of what I see, and also someone where it's like I'm not necessarily following in their shadow. It goes back to the same thing. Like I have my own. I'm my own person individually, but when we come together, we're a movement.
So what about support? So what if you're a movement by yourself, but he's not supporting your movement? What you say, Jeremy? Is what?
Huh?
It's OVA.
And that means
Over with.
Right. So those are part of the things. She's defining what she wants in the
right.
mate.
But I want to
So-
get everybody else's
right. Okay.
outlook. So
Okay.
we're gonna give
Right.
Marco a break.
We'll give
Jeremy,
Marco
go
a
ahead.
break. All right. Marco, like, whew, thank you.
So what's the question?
Why do people always do that all the time?
Yeah, what you want to make?
That you wanted, and now
Right.
you're noticing that you want.
Originally, you wanted something, and then
What-
once as you gotten older, you've changed.
Originally,
What do you want in a mate?
when I first.
Anytime.
Yeah.
Come on now. We had a long time to think about.
beginning.
Are you and Marco, y'all sharing notes?
And God said,
In the
"Let there
beginning,
be light."
I didn't know what I wanted quality wise.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
okay.
I got you.
No, but as
He
far
knew-
as
he knew quantity.
the physical appearance,
He knew the
I
quantity.
knew what I wanted. I know exactly what I wanted.
Wow, man, that is the true definition of a man.
relationships.
You know
Trying
what?
to tell you,
But
No,
no,
go-
no,
go-
I just want to say
Very,
this. No,
very
because
manifestation is real.
No. That's true. That's true. Yeah, that's true. That is
but
so
I'm
true.
just saying, you guys, as a
Exactly
male
what
and
you
a
asked for.
female,
Exactly what you asked for. Because it's crazy.
it's so funny. Like that's exactly the scenario of a man and a female. Like a young girl, I just want to grow up and get married, like the fairy tale. And the guy is like, I just want to look at the physique, and that's what I want to get married. Like that's like the typical. Go ahead.
Yeah. So in the beginning, I knew like the physical appearance. I knew what I wanted. But as I experienced women,
Mm.
I started to realize
Yep.
what I actually like in a woman.
Got to check under
as
the
far
hood.
as and attributes.
Wait. So you were kicking the
to.
tires, but you never drove. You never looked up under the
As long
hood.
as
As
they had a
Jason
nice
said.
car
Hey.
wash. You know, like,
It's always shining, tires shining and stuff.
listen,
Okay.
listen, that rap,
Wow. Oh.
So yeah. So now, so you want me to
Yeah.
lay it
Yeah.
out?
Yeah,
Lay it out.
Lay it out. Tell me what you
What I
want.
want.
What you want?
And if you like,
No.
no, why I say that what you want because is it
what I
are
want.
you
Just went through it yesterday.
You said what?
Notes.
Right.
so because what you
Yeah, go ahead. I want to hear what he said.
and
Just tell
are
me
you
what.
willing to compromise? Like are you like you just said? We
Yeah,
want
no,
this,
just
but
tell
we
me
keep
what-
going
no.
around in
Needs to
circles.
change.
Right.
Go
Okay.
ahead. So
I asked myself that question today.
what?
As far as the current relationship that I'm in now.
What?
What?
What? Woo.
What's wrong?
Ah,
I missed something.
What you miss?
Right, we all miss.
you know what I want. 'Cause, yeah,
You kind of got
what
caught
I
up.
want. Yep, said something crazy.
Okay.
But in a woman
Right.
is
In a relationship.
someone that, what kind of Marco was saying that realizes
Oh, you was gonna say
you
kind of marker.
That would be awkward.
For him to even say that, I thought he said
But listen,
kind of like Marco.
what Marco was saying as far as realizing you have to be complete before coming into a relationship, not really looking for the other person to complete you. So instead of looking for somebody to complete you, looking for somebody that compliments you.
Tell me what you mean. Tell me what you mean.
So as far as if somebody comes into a relationship and they are, boom, okay, daddy issues. Okay,
Yeah.
sometimes women are broken because of daddy issues.
We not gonna. we
Okay,
not
no,
gonna say that.
go ahead.
We-
He's
we-
saying this stuff, but go ahead. But
We don't. We don't.
no,
have
no,
to-
go ahead. Go ahead.
I don't.
We
Go
don't
ahead.
have to say broken.
Some women are hurt.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Some women have
And
issues.
They look for the man to fill that void,
Right.
and that's a big responsibility, and we can't do that. So that causes the relationship to have some friction and whatnot. So as far as that, like, that's just an example. As far as coming complete, like, you healed from that, you're fine, you know exactly what you want in a man, like all of that.
So
So
call you daddy.
no, because it's weird. I had that before. It's like, you're like, you know what? Don't call me that. It's weird. It's weird because
right.
I know your father. I hate this guy. But yeah. So basically, overall, like, knowing, for her to know exactly what she wants, like,
But you're providing for her, so she can't call you daddy.
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Anything else? Not anything else, but there's plenty of other things you can call me.
Yeah, I say just make up a nickname for me or something. Like, I thought daddy was what I wanted, but manifestation. But if it happens, it's
Oh wow.
depending on the woman.
Ooh,
Like, if it
I
happens and
wanna-
how she says it, it might be cool. But sometimes a lot of women don't know how to say it, so it's like,
They really want you to be their daddy. Don't they?
right? It's like,
Okay. Oh
Anyway.
Lord. All right.
so yes, a woman that also understands.
Women's. Oh,
Also, a woman that understands
okay.
the importance of adding value to her man.
There you go.
Not really adding to what I can do or multiplying what I can do, not really dividing or subtracting from me and what I'm trying to do. So a woman that is really,
How can you spot that?
Can't.
Yeah, you can.
when you start feeling drained
Then you're
and
not-
you feel as though I got you. Feeling drained.
I was talking about how do you know if they're multiplying,
But
you're talking
you
about the
can't spot
subtracting.
it when it's happening. You just know because
Okay.
you feel it.
Okay.
When it feels like you're
When you start feeling
pulling,
drained, you know it's a subtraction.
when you feel like you're dragging
It's a
and pulling
division.
the other person
Yeah.
along with you to do certain things, then that's when you know it's like, maybe not. Maybe this isn't,
Okay, so
not
what do
what
you
you're
do
looking
at that point?
kind of have a discussion,
And-
see where they're at with it.
Take on a project.
Sometimes people take on a project and then find themselves more miserable, or that's where you set the boundaries. Like, this is what I'm kind of expecting. This is kind of like what I want.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can't provide that, then I can no longer be
Provide,
with
like the words that we're choosing. If you can't provide it, but see, we have to be careful what we say and what we think, right? So you're saying you're looking for somebody who compliments you, but yet you want her to provide something for you. So we got to be
It's
careful
not-
what we're
it's
saying
not
because
necessarily provide.
Right.
It's not
Right.
provide for him. He said provide, though.
Right.
Like,
yeah,
she's-
Provide within the
So
relationship.
this is
Exactly.
this is the thing. If you're not the qualifications that I'm looking for, how about that?
Basically.
Right. So
Yeah.
then you need to just
However
what?
you want to put it.
I
As,
don't-
as
I
our
don't see why
last,
it's not
as
provide,
our
though.
last.
Yeah, I mean, you
podcast
could just say
said,
that, but I understand
because
that.
you're looking for somebody to provide for you.
No,
so you don't.
No,
want
no,
somebody-
no. He didn't say
No, no, no.
provide.
I didn't say
what
provide
we
that.
did.
No,
for
no, no.
me.
But that's what the word. So when you say
No, it's
provide,
not.
it does because it sounds
Listen,
like
but listen, if I'm
Provide
saying
means that
I'm pulling and dragging
Right,
you,
I got that.
then
Mhm.
you have to provide the quality
Certain
of
things.
certainty of being motivated, being inspired. I can't
I got
necessarily
that. I
do
got
that.
that.
for
I
you.
got
that.
You have to provide that for
so. What what do you
yourself,
do?
not necessarily
So what do
me.
you do? Do you
I just
continue that circle? Do you throw it back in?
and that comes down to what we were saying before, as far as setting that boundaries. Like, this is what I'm expecting. If you can't do it, this is the type of woman I'm looking for. If you can't be that, do that, then you're just not for me.
Right.
Or
Like
you're
the
going to
outside of the
continue to
car.
give that person chances, and then it's just a vicious cycle.
Okay,
Vicious
so what do you
cycle.
do?
You, me,
Jeremy.
in that situation,
Yeah.
depends.
Oh.
Right now,
Depends on how the car
You just
look.
no. You just said no because your end goal is. Aren't you looking for an end goal? Aren't you? Don't you have the football in your hand and you're looking to
Get
for
a
the end
touchdown.
goal, right?
Yes.
The end goal.
Yes.
So if you know what you want and then you find yourself being drained or subtracted from,
then you leave.
then you understand that okay.
If it's not beneficial to you, then you
number-
leave.
It's not beneficial to you if they're not adding
We're
value.
not talking
to you.
general. We're
Yeah,
talking
I
about
know.
you, right?
Yeah, okay, to me, if they're not adding value to me, if they're draining me, then that's not a relationship that I want to be in.
Okay.
All right.
At all.
Okay.
I feel like nobody wants to be in that type of
Okay.
relationship.
Right.
So you're okay with understanding that it may like you're the perfect person for somebody, just not you and I.
Yeah.
Right. So just put it back in.
Or we might be,
In due
but you
time.
have to grow, though.
Yes.
You have to grow. What?
Okay.
Okay.
All right,
All
Jason.
right.
What was that look?
Oh no, that's fine.
Okay, wait. What was the last thing I asked Marco? Oh, so the qualities. You told us all the qualities you were looking for and everything.
Yep.
That's
That's what he said.
Because he knew exactly what he wanted.
Anything else you want to add?
I mean, it's a lot of different qualities, but it's like, but overall, that's basically what.
So are you willing to settle on any of them? Like, you know, what I'm saying?
Settle.
Right? Because
Yeah.
you said some people
Like they have this and not that.
I don't like that word.
Well, that's what
Settle.
it does. If you know
I
what you
don't settle.
want, if you know what
It's
you want,
it's
Either you're gonna settle, or you're not gonna settle.
right.
It's not settled. It's
It is.
compromise.
No.
Okay,
no,
either you-
compromise is different.
as far
that's
as me.
Oh, you can
someone that's
compromise.
Going to add and multiply what I have. Like, I'm not willing to compromise
Certain
on
deal
that.
breakers and certain compromises. So it's
Exactly.
like you can't ask him. It's like
So I'm asking him, are
a
you
big
willing
thing
to
is
settle?
too a good communicator.
Okay.
You have to be
like a cell phone.
good. I'm gonna throw my phone at you. You have to be a great communicator. Well, not great, but at least communicate.
Okay.
Okay.
Whether it be your feelings, whether it be things that you might be going through,
Okay.
whatever the case may be, just
A communicator.
communicate.
That person has to be a
talking
communicator. Okay.
effectively.
Okay.
All right.
Yes.
All right, Jason.
What's the question that you want me to answer first?
Whichever one you want to answer first.
All right. Well, a big thing with me as a quality in a woman that I'm looking to spend the rest of my life with, if she needs to have a relationship with herself, and more importantly, she needs to have a relationship with her creator. I think that is something that hasn't been said on this panel, and that's very, very important. They need to know
Why is
who-
that important?
who did they pull their strength from, because that's the foundation that everything that the rest of your life is built off of.
So do you have a relationship with the creator?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just asking because I just want to
Make
make
sure.
it clear.
Right.
Like some people
Yeah,
say,
yeah,
"Oh, I
yeah.
want them to
Yeah.
have
Don't
a
tell me to have a
but I don't
relationship and then you
right.
don't. Yeah.
So I'm just asking because I just
Yeah.
want to know. So you
Or
want
what if I don't? I want someone to learn from.
I'm
It
just
doesn't
Okay.
matter.
Well, then
I'm-
that's
I'm
fine.
right. I'm
yeah.
just asking,
But you
do
have to be
you-
willing to.
but
You have to be willing to
if
do the
you-
same thing that you're asking. You
The other
know,
person-
It doesn't
the other
matter.
person to do.
No, it
I
matters.
don't feel that.
I don't know. I kind of disagree with it.
Maybe
No, it
the
matters.
maybe the person that I want doesn't want that. Maybe they want to be able to help somebody, or help me with my relationship or something like that. It just doesn't matter. But anyway, so yeah, that because it's like, say I'm looking for someone who knows, like, has a relationship with it.
With
Maybe
with it,
with him, with
The
her,
creator.
with
with the creator.
it. So, and then maybe she is wanting someone who maybe is a little rocky, so that she can pour into her mate.
Right.
Yeah, I got it.
But no,
But
what
I
I'm
want
saying-
to
but
stay
the-
on Cass here.
But
I
the
want
ultimate
Jason.
is you still want
Right.
to
I
have
wa-
that relationship. If you're looking for
I
someone who
wanna-
has that relationship and you want them to pour into you,
No, I'm
then
not.
you
saying I
still,
do. I'm not saying I do.
Right.
you-
But I want to get more into
not
what
saying I'm
I want to
okay.
get more into what you're saying about your likes and dislikes and stuff. So go ahead.
Yeah. So that.
You had the most time to think.
the most.
So
he
yeah,
likes being
relationship. I think relationships. Like, she needs to have success relationships with every important person in her life, like herself, her creator, the creator, her parents, her like, if her siblings hold an important role in her life. They need to have a functioning relationship with that. Like, these are things that I'm seeing. You know, like I've been in a stage relationship with Jeremy was at. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like now it's like, okay, now I'm seeing that
Jeremy said
your relationship, your romantic relationship is a reflection of the other relationships that you have with, like, maybe the top 5 important people in your life. You know, if you can't even have an effective relationship with your mom or your dad, then you can't nowhere near have an effective relationship with me. Like, because that's the first person that you loved. You know, maybe it's a different type of love, but that's the first person that you allowed in your heart or whatever it may be. So if you can't even have a functional relationship with them, then you definitely can't, you know, no matter how much lust is there, or how much, you know, infatuation is there, or how much money I spend on you, or how much time we spend together, it's going to come down to
So people who have parent issues, right? Because everybody's parents are not the ideal parents. Some parents are neglectful. Some parents did not do what parents do.
I didn't say they had to be the best parent. I just said you had to have an effective relationship with them.
But
Right,
what
I
if
got
you
you.
can't? What if
Yeah.
you can't?
If you can't, then you can't.
But you're saying if that person doesn't have an effective relationship with their parent, then they can't have it. They can't.
No, I'm
even
telling
look.
you what I want.
Right. Okay. So you want someone, but I'm just saying, like,
That's okay.
because that-
I mean,
that
but
might be
I want to
something
get through all his
What I'm
list,
saying, because
though.
that might be
What I
something to
want.
compromise. Like you said,
know.
compromise
Or
and
maybe
settle,
not.
because sometimes people come from a very different background and they have
Maybe-
all the other
and
qualities.
Maybe those people aren't for me. So
Okay.
I'm talking about what I want. And then I just really feel like, I don't know, I got into a point where, like, you know, what you're saying, like, do I compromise on certain things or do I say what I want? And it's really like, you got to say what you want. Because like what Jeremy said, like, he said what he wanted at a time where maybe he didn't believe that he would get what he wanted or get what he said.
Daddy,
Now that he's seen it,
the daddy part.
you feel what I'm saying?
I didn't say I wanted that. It kind of just happened.
Now that he's seen it, it's
I
like,
don't
okay,
like
I
it.
got to be very specific in every area of what I want, because now I know that it works. Now I know that I would get exactly that. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, boom, when you tell me what I want, of course I'm not bringing any compromises to the table. These are things that I want. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know.
So,
Your end goal.
okay, we're done with the qualities?
Oh, you got some more qualities? Give me all your qualities.
Well, you know, she got to be driven. You know, she has to motivate herself, self-motivated. And I feel like, yeah,
Is this a job interview? That's
Um,
what it feels like.
No, but
Jesus.
those things are really important.
I didn't say I didn't say they weren't.
They're very
Yeah.
You know, just self-motivated. Like, I
Yeah.
don't see why it's
It's
self-motivated.
ambitious, something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Goal-driven.
Seem like some buttons been pushed over there on it. They like, look, self motivation,
Yeah.
self love. You guys wrote a checklist, huh?
Got to.
You gotta know what you want.
Gotta
I'm
know where you
telling-
going.
I'm t- man,
Gotta
I'm
know where
telling
you going.
You gotta know what you want.
All right.
Patient, kind. I feel like that's
I mean,
What do you think about that patient and kind?
Yeah, he definitely need to find somebody that's patient and kind. That's for sure.
Well, we just said, you got to be a reflection of that.
and
Right?
adventurous,
I don't feel like you have to be a reflection of that.
How can you want
Gotta
somebody
be-
kind if you're not kind?
thrill seeking.
Because like
No, that doesn't make sense. That just doesn't.
it's
That
the
just
difference
does not make
between
sense. That
not-
just
it's the
doesn't. I
difference
don't care how you
between-
try to throw it
but
around.
it's the difference between like not being it and not wanting to be it versus not being it and wanting to be it.
Okay, I get that, but you
So
got to want to be
having
it.
somebody
That's
with
what
that
he just
quality.
said.
You can teach me and show me how to love, how to be caring.
They listen to
how
too many songs. Okay, love begins. So if you want somebody who's self-loved, you have to be self-loved.
He said kind.
Right? No. I'm just so same thing with it. So if you want somebody who's kind to you,
No, got kind to him. Maybe
just kind. Okay.
Right.
The thing is that if you're kind, that means you're going to be kind to me. Why would I want somebody who's kind and I'm mean, and I don't know how to be kind? That
Because
just
you
doesn't
want
make
to
sense.
be kind.
No, if you want to be kind, be kind. If you want
have to learn to be kind.
But-
you
but if
attract
you don't
what you
know
are.
how to
Oh,
be
then
kind.
you need to learn how to be kind. So that
Exactly.
You can attract.
You have to bring that to the table.
No, you have to bring it to the table so that can
So-
attract to you.
So
You can't want something you're not willing to be.
It's like I'm nodding because I'm agreeing because it's like I'm agreeing with the other female. You know? It makes sense. It makes sense because of
Right.
almost a little bit of what you were saying.
Right.
So it's like you want somebody to be okay. So bringing it back, when I think of everything, it's like okay, you as an individual, you have to work on yourself. You have to complete yourself.
Right.
You have to pour into yourself. And like
Exactly.
what you're saying, and the other person comes along and kind of compliments that.
Yes, that's what he said. So
So-
how can he not be kind?
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
If you're complete, how are you looking for somebody to
Because
complete
you're
you?
not complete. You are getting completed.
No,
by-
no,
No, no,
that
no,
means
no,
you're
no,
looking,
no.
but then
with
that's
the source, and
contradictory.
that's where you get the
No,
context.
you're
That's the
contradictory.
the thing
You're
is
contradictory.
your
You're
source.
saying
What
that
he
you
said
want.
was
From the source.
yes, was very contradicting.
Yeah.
But this is what I'm saying. If you're not it and you're working on that quality,
Mm-hmm.
that doesn't mean that I'm necessarily looking for that person to show me
Right.
how to
It's
do
like
it. I'm
this.
not looking for that. I'm not expecting you to
I'm
show
about
me
to-
that.
Let me give you an analogy.
But by your actions, you can. Sometimes you just need to see it implemented for it to click with
It's
you.
like
It's
a
like
coach.
that's how you.
No,
actually,
it's sort of like you're complete. You're looking for somebody
It's like
who's
a coach.
complete.
It's like
It's
boom.
No,
like
it's like-
no.
it's like
boom. If I
this.
know I need to work on my hands, I need to get a hands coach.
Okay, no,
Now
no, it's
listen,
like this.
listen,
If
listen,
you
listen,
know you
listen.
want to make this complete, then you have to come
No.
to the. It's sort of
It's-
like this. If I want to come, okay, go ahead.
Listen,
Mm-hmm.
it's like shooting a basketball. Okay, if somebody is
With a gun
telling,
or in the basket.
if some,
Go ahead.
I said
Shooting-
shooting a basketball,
Shooting the basketball with the gun or shooting it in the basket. Go.
shooting a basketball.
With the gun,
I don't.
or the basket.
That I don't get.
Okay.
Okay, so shooting the basketball, right?
Mm-hmm.
I can do all of my studying. I can read, I can look at videos, do this, but I don't have that quality.
Right.
But I'm not saying I'm not practicing,
Right.
right? So if I'm doing my research on how to shoot better, then I meet someone, let's say Steph Curry,
Yep.
that actually
That's great
is
form.
great form, great shooter. Something he does, something he says
Yep.
can
Okay.
make
Let's-
it click for me.
let's
It's
roll
like,
it back.
oh, that's what I was missing.
Okay.
That's what
so
I
this
need
is
to
this
do.
is what I'm
Exactly.
saying. So this is what I'm
So
saying.
he didn't. I'm
No, no,
not
no.
looking for him to provide value or whatever the case is. You're showing me how to actually do it. Okay, so when I read this and saw this, that's why that happened. That I'm putting
Then
two and
why
two
don't
together.
you learn how to shoot before the game person comes?
He has. He's been reading. He
No,
says that.
told
Right.
you.
No,
I'm
no,
not
listen,
saying
listen
that
what
I
I'm
wasn't
saying. What you guys-
practicing.
so
I'm
what you guys
practicing,
are
but
saying-
somehow I'm
He
just
was
not
shooting.
getting it.
No,
he was
but
shooting.
you're not
He was
making sense because you just said, you and the gentleman right here, Jason, just said, I'm looking for someone. I know what I want in a mate, right?
Right.
I know what I want in the mate.
Right.
But you also that person is looking for those same qualities.
Maybe not.
Okay, so you can't expect for someone to be
attract. Don't
opposites do attract, and so do like
Same and
attracts like. Both of them very true.
I feel like you're
But the point is, nobody's
creating
going. If you're looking for
like a
somebody to
rare
be kind,
scenario.
I feel like you are trying to say that, like,
I'm not trying to say anything.
like the person that is who I'm looking for, the person who has all the qualities I'm looking for, is looking for those qualities in the mate, and I'm saying no. It may not be true.
I'm saying
Yeah, I'm
most
saying
of the
that's
time
exactly what I'm
that's
saying, yes.
exactly.
No,
Why
it
would
may
Don't
not.
somebody,
don't ask
why
for
would somebody
someone
who's
that has their
kind-
act together and then you don't have your act together.
Exactly.
Well, absolutely.
Why would I ask
Right.
for somebody who's kind if I don't know how to be kind?
If
I'm
you
not even
put
gonna
in
respond-
all,
I'm
and we
gonna-
just talked about
But
this
this
in
is
the
the
last.
thing.
Jeremy was
No,
saying
but
is
this is the
it's
thing,
like-
Jason.
It's
If
like,
you can't,
it's like meeting a business mentor. Let's say that you're
it's totally
you're,
different.
Let's say
you're
you're
trying
in
to
business.
you're trying to
Let's
relate
say
it to
you're
something
in
that
business.
really doesn't
Okay, well,
relate
let's just
to
wait a
that
minute. It's
in
a relationship.
particular.
Let's see. We'll go from the relationship standpoint. Go ahead. So from the relationship, go ahead. You meet your business mentor. Go ahead.
Business relationship. Let's say you're struggling in business or finances,
It's
whatever.
Right.
Then
Humble
you
thing, too.
meet
Like,
somebody.
You are always learning how to be more kind.
Ex-
Like, you can't
exactly.
say,
It's
like,
like
I'm
you're
complete.
never
I didn't say you were
all
complete.
kind that you
But
can
what
be.
I-
You're never
no.
all loving that you can be.
Right,
It's like
right.
you're always learning. So something that somebody can
Right.
do can actually help
So
you.
what
in
you're
that
talking about
department.
is
I
someone who doesn't
agree,
even
and so
want to
that's
be
that's part of no. What I'm
kind.
saying is that's a compliment, right, Marka? Thank you.
So
that's a
when
compliment.
we
What I'm
said
saying
complete,
is, I'm
so just so we're clear. So when we said complete, that doesn't mean that you're
Finished.
fully like exactly.
That's
finished.
not what I'm saying.
You're
What-
still growing, but you,
You are.
realize that you have to grow though.
Right.
That's
Right.
being complete.
Exactly.
Knowing who you are, what you want, that's being complete. Knowing what you would tolerate or not, that's being complete.
I totally agree.
Not saying
I
that
totally
you're
agree.
working on something, and then when you meet somebody, it's like, oh no, I'm not complete. And it's like I can't ask for that because
No,
I
no,
don't have it. That
no,
makes
what
zero
I'm-
sense. But
no,
I
what I'm
want that.
saying
Can
is-
you show me how to get it? That's being like
Can you show me how you got it, not how I can get
okay.
it?
This is
Show
the
me
thing.
how you
This is the
got it.
thing about qualities that you want, right? you yourself can possess them.
Absolutely.
So if you want someone who's self-motivated, then you say, you know what, I want someone who's self-motivated, and that is a very good quality. I need to become self-motivated. And it's nothing wrong with somebody showing you how to do it more. But the thing is this, if you're looking for someone who's kind and they walk past and you don't even know what kind is, you don't know how to be kind, you don't possess all those qualities, you're not going to attract that to you because you don't even know what kindness looks like because you yourself are not emanating. Come on.
Imitating?
No. You're not projecting that.
Okay.
Emanating.
Nope, that's not.
Okay, I can't think of the word. No. It's when it's reflecting off of you. So if you yourself, if you yourself are not able to be kind, how are you going to be able to spot it and know it and attract that to you?
Just because you're not
that's
kind.
why he said he wants kind because he is able to be kind.
Just because you're not kind doesn't mean that you don't know what kind looks like. Because you know what mean looks like, and you know what kind looks like.
Well, if you know what it looks like, then why are you?
So we're talking about genetics.
So if you know what mean, if you know what
Yeah.
mean looks like, and you know what kind looks like, then why can't you be kind?
Maybe I don't know how to.
All right, maybe so. But
That-
I want to
that
go back. Jason, did you finish? I'm sure we kind of just trampled all over Jason.
to the end
He's
goal.
saying, like, that's what I kind of stay away from, like saying basic qualities. But
Yeah, I got you. But go ahead. Jason, are you
like
done?
The first qualities that were like on point. Those are fire.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I think I finished all the.
No,
the
end
basic
goal.
qualities.
Okay.
So now, since you
It's
got
like-
done with all, so now that you're done with all the basic qualities,
What's the end goal?
right? What's the end goal?
The end goal. The end goal is to spend the rest of my life with someone who continuously adds to me. I add to them. We raise a beautiful family together, and we just be successful in our own right, and we be more even powerful together.
Okay.
Someone who is just like a complete, like
Fireball.
effective conversation, like conglomerate. You feel what I'm saying? Like we are so great at effective communicating. It doesn't matter about the labels. Doesn't matter about my parents' view on our relationship is this, and they think that you should be doing this for me, and vice versa. Or what? It's like that don't even matter. You know what I'm saying?
Is that possible?
Yeah, anything's possible.
Okay, I just asked
Yeah.
because why I asked that is because some people have actually said, to their friends, what you're looking for is not possible. It's not real. That person is out there.
Jesus.
Right, exactly,
Not your
right?
friends.
They're not your friends. So you think that whatever you are looking for, whatever qualities you want in a mate, that mate is out there.
Yeah,
Absolutely, it is.
absolutely.
And so
What's the contrary?
are you willing to keep looking?
Yes.
Right, exactly. Are you willing?
No, I'm
Yes,
not
you're-
looking.
You're not.
I'm
Attracted.
becoming.
Oh, he done said it.
And then it'll be added to me.
There you go.
Okay.
That's why
Okay.
you need a relationship with the creator, so you know what you got to do.
Be kind.
You got a bomb like sound?
I need one. I know that is. Yeah, he just dropped one
Okay.
for real,
All
didn't
right.
he?
Okay.
That
And
was a bomb.
And that's the problem. People are doing too much doing. You need to be more becoming.
and that is the key. And that was the part, Jason. That again, you say one thing, but that is it. When we said if you're looking for somebody who's kind, you are becoming kind. You are becoming that of what you want. So you're going to try.
we
Right.
are
Trying
agreeing.
to become
Right.
kind.
We are agreeing.
All right. All right.
We are agreeing.
So that's your. All right. So what
Yeah, that's
else?
it.
So what else is out there? Right.
What else is out there?
What else is out there as far as relationships?
You got Saturn, you got Neptune. No, what you say?
As far as relationships, like
I don't
what?
get it. What you mean?
What else do you all want to add to it?
As far as relationship stuff
I
goes.
feel like we just ended that right there. What you mean?
Yeah,
All right.
me too. Me too.
I'm
30
just,
minutes.
Just
in-
the end.
yeah,
I'm
hour
just
into
saying,
it.
just
We're
the
doing a part
ending.
one,
How
part
it ended.
I think we did part one and two.
What is it, an hour?
Alva.
Nah, it's an hour.
It's been an hour since we started. You can look at the little thing up there where it says live.
Oh wow, we've been live for an hour.
Yeah.
Did it feel
All
like
right.
an hour, guys?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, so let's end it. So how do you end it?
That was stressful.
I feel like what I just said was
That's enough. But you got to end it.
that could be my ego though.
What'd you say?
That could be his ego, definitely.
Nah, I mean, if y'all got some more questions.
No, that's
But what
pretty
do you,
good.
What do
No.
you guys think about ego? That's a good question. But what do you? What?
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Marka. I want your question.
I had
Okay,
different
go ahead. Go ahead.
Uh oh.
Oh no, I just had a question because we started off. We were talking about perspective from like your generation to our generation. So, would you say, just a question, that maybe your generation a lot more people settled than our generation?
Absolutely, and it was a learned behavior. And I can just talk about my family.
That was all around the society, though.
You're right. I mean, you stayed
Work.
in situations whether you were happy or not for the family. For
Exactly.
oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good job, girl.
yeah, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, we didn't. We settled. We stayed.
No, okay.
We
first,
put up with
first of
things
all,
that
first
would.
of all, no. Don't say no. We say they.
Well, no,
She
okay.
said your generation.
We
Okay,
speak
don't.
your truth, Dad.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been waiting for somebody.
I'm trying, right?
Okay, right. So
Okay, it
if
doesn't
you
matter.
speak- if you
We,
speak-
I,
no,
them,
no, it
whatever.
matters. No, it matters.
So
If
what
you're
I'm
speaking,
saying
either-
is,
either you're
people
speaking-
have.
right.
Margaret, see what you done started.
So
All right, so
either-
yes.
either
Okay.
You're speaking from a general standpoint.
Oh,
or
listen,
you're
I'm
speaking-
trying to answer Marcus' question.
Right.
Speak
Right.
your truth.
Yes.
Yes, they
People
did.
have
Yeah.
settled.
They did. Or
They
you-
did.
Well, no, you can't say
No,
that because you're not the
we-
people, right?
Would you let him answer?
Well,
I have
feel
answered
like
the question
he said-
to the best of my ability.
And the thing is this: how can you answer for somebody else?
Okay.
How can
She
you answer
asked
for
a
somebody
general
else?
question, and
Right.
yes, the answer to the question is yes.
His thought is right.
Yes,
His
it
opinion
has.
is that people. Do
I
it.
already know people who stayed in relationships that they shouldn't have been in.
A lot.
A lot. And very unhappy. And it affects your health. And it affects a lot of different things. Yes.
So his
But now you guys are loosey goosey with your relationships. So
y'all just
I don't
too loose,
think it- I
right?
don't- I don't think
I
it's
think it's
loosey.
too
you know what?
loose. I
You
think it's too
you're
loose.
non-committal on a lot of different things. It's
A
like
lot of
it's
things.
just up in the air. Like
Jobs,
yeah,
relationships,
yeah,
careers,
Yes.
schooling.
yeah, and which is fine. You especially when you're young,
That's why they make
you
it
can
so
get away with that.
complicated.
Yeah,
I think it's because we've seen the downturns of what commitment looks like.
and that might be it too.
So a lot
Some
of
Because if
people-
you see
I don't-
people
a lot
that
of
if
people
you
are subconsciously scared of commitment because of what they have
witness,
what they witnessed.
Or
Yeah.
what they
Well,
did.
I can see
or-
that.
Or I would
before,
say,
as
you know
far
what,
as not
Jason?
having a good example about what a
Or it's what
relationship
they
looks
didn't
like.
see,
Right.
in
Or what they
commitment.
didn't see,
Or what they
exactly.
didn't see in commitment.
Exactly,
They don't know what
absolutely.
commitment looks like, so they don't know
Exactly.
how to give commitment.
Exactly.
It could be what you know.
Exactly.
They have
And
no
that's
idea.
why it's a risk. Another one. I'm full of them. Like it's whatever.
you're just dropping bombs left and right.
And
That
his
was
ego.
that was a
And his ego.
dud.
Oh, back to the ego thing, right? So, I had different views on ego, but supposedly, it's okay to have ego on the right things.
Yeah, you do. You need
Ego
to.
is a good thing.
Yeah, it is.
Too much of anything is bad, but it's good to have qualities of a lot of things, right? When somebody tells you ego is bad, it's because it's the misuse of the ego. It's not the ego itself.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
So I want to get to one thing. Everyone's here as an investor. You guys said you have your own businesses and stuff like that. So you have your business relationships, and then you have your
Personal?
personal relationships. Now,
I've heard.
we've heard. Now that's going to add another stress to the relationship if you're trying to date someone within the same space investing as you're in. Right? Are you looking for that, or are you looking for someone that's not in the same business that you're in?
Or do you find that to be true?
That's a good question. That's a good question. I mean,
Because you have two areas of relationship that you have to deal with.
Yep.
They all quiet.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
Atomic.
Right there.
Part 2. That's a little cliffhanger.
All right, then we'll wrap it up and come back
You
with
can't
that one.
answer that. Okay. Well,
Because
that's fine.
and I guess that's why they always said no inter-office relationships, right?
Right.
They've always said that. They just don't work out.
Yes, they do.
For part 2.
They work out.
Yeah. So all right. So let me then.
It's plenty successful.
They do it.
It is plenty successful,
It-
but
it
it
depends
adds
on
it
the
adds.
person or
You
the
know
people
what?
in a
It's
relationship.
good when it works, but when that relationship doesn't work,
It
it's
doesn't.
not so good.
Right.
Right. So then it's not good.
So
It's all
beautiful.
it's all in how it ends.
It's beautiful. But it can be
Beautiful.
real ugly.
It can be beautiful on both ends.
yeah, it can. So all right. Well, we wish you guys the best.
I guess it depends on the maturity of the person.
Oh, all the
I think it's
time
more than
Just said that.
You said that?
Depends on the people in the relationship.
for sure. Anything else you guys
If
want
they
to?
know what they want and they don't settle.
And you just say, all right. It
I
didn't-
feel like with this, it's just about, the right mindset type of thing. Like maybe you don't have to be in the same space, but you definitely have to be along the same like path. Maybe a different vehicle, but definitely the same path. And I used to be viewed differently on that, but
I don't understand what you mean. I'm sorry. Can you
As
explain?
long as y'all had the same vision, like the same mindset, like it doesn't matter what vehicle, avenue, business,
Right.
industry.
as long as you're after expansion and abundance,
Mhm.
you feel what I'm saying?
As long as y'all have like the same
It doesn't matter what
views.
vehicle that you're in.
Yeah.
Like, this is just a vehicle that we're in. Like the investment group we're a part of, it's a
Yep.
vehicle to that abundance.
Yep.
You feel what I'm saying? But if you're
you
in
and your
another-
mate.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We talking specific. Huh? We talking general. We talking specific.
I think it just got a little specific right quick.
But yeah, I was just saying that. So, because you had asked, like, did they have to be in the same space? And I was like,
Or how is it? Like,
Right,
no, he
how
said
is it?
how
I mean,
you
I mean,
do
being in the
relationship.
space.
questions.
Right.
Right. Answer different questions. I
Yeah.
answered the first one.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Nobody,
Anything else
answers,
you want to?
Nobody answers the second.
Yeah, I
No,
know.
one
That's okay. It's
Nobody
a little
answers
heavy
that.
for them. A little heavy.
Is
They
it a
don't
little-
want to
Do
answer
you think
that.
it's complicated, Marka?
Yeah,
To
she
be
said that.
in do you think it's complicated to be in business with your partner and your business partner both being, your mate?
I say this. I say that it doesn't have to be.
She's not answering the
It doesn't
question.
have to be complicated.
Nobody's answered the question.
Absolutely.
It doesn't
not
have- but-
to
but
be. Amen.
Have you found that it is? Like, just from previous history,
She found that it doesn't have to be.
It doesn't have to be complicated.
Okay.
what makes it not complicated? What are some of the things that can make it doesn't have to be complicated? Like, what are some of those things? Trust?
Well, for sure.
Just asking Mark.
You be asking myself those tough questions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you know you can handle it.
Because it's them pop quizzes, I'm telling you. Everybody don't do well on them pop quizzes, baby. All right.
I'm thinking.
Yeah,
You
she's
still
thinking.
thinking?
Is okay. Is there anything else that you guys want to add to as we start to wrap this up?
Mark
Is
didn't
there-
answer the question.
As we start to wrap this up, is
All
there
right.
anything that you guys want to add to?
Anything.
Yeah,
And that's
absolutely. I definitely want to shout out the investment group, Supremium Assets Investment Group.
okay, slow down. What is it?
Supremium Assets Investment Group.
Okay.
Mhm.
Shout out to the gang. Shout out to the individuals out there who are making it happen every single day. I like to say, welcome to Sage, where we win on purpose. So, and if you're looking to, be surrounded by some elite individuals, people who are looking to take their life to the next level, if you, want to take that step, but you don't know really where to turn, come have an open and honest conversation with, some of our consultants that we have. And we can see if if you're in alignment with kind of like where we're headed, and then we can kind of have build a relationship off of there. So I know our vision is to impact, enrich, educate, and empower the lives of over 1 million people this year. And so it'll be great if you guys would be one of those million, and then also be able to enrich, educate, and empower a contributing number to that million. So if you guys are looking for bigger and better and don't know where to turn, you can head on over to SAIGinvestments.com. Contact us, and we'll be in touch soon.
Yep, and I'll put all that in the show notes of the YouTube video, and it'll also be on the website of lovingbeyondtheido.com/53 for the 53rd episode. Anything else you guys like to add? So all of their contact information, we'll have IG, we'll have websites, so you can get in contact with them.
How about you, Marka? Do you have a website or email or IG that you want to drop?
You guys could follow me on Facebook, just my full name, Marka Donaldson, MarcaDonaldson, and I'm also on Instagram, Marka MarCaa and DEE, so Marka D,
Marka D.
So spell it again. It's what?
We'll be in the show
MarCaa
notes, so.
DEE.
Yep.
Okay. And how about you, Jeremy?
Yeah, so you can follow me at j.isaiah on Instagrams, JAY.ISAIAH.
Do you know your name or
that's
not?
my Instagram. You can also follow our investment group, Sage Investments, on Instagram, Facebook. Check out our website at www.sageinvestments.com. It'll also be in the show notes. So that's pretty much about it.
So when we come back, one question came up. I know lots of times we talk about relationships. Young people say it's complicated, but the other thing that I just thought about was sabotaging your relationship.
Oh.
So can we come back and have things that we do when we sabotage our relationship?
Ooh.
We can say that for part 2.
Yeah,
Part
so that's what I'm
two.
saying. Do you let's one end note. Do you think people sabotage their relationship?
Yes.
Yes.
Purposely or accidentally?
Both of them.
Sabotage. All right.
Dun 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 dun.
I'm
You gotta
looking forward
get
to
that sound. You gotta get the bomb sound and the dun 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 dun.
All right. We got to get that sound.
We got to get that sound. That's your job. Find me those sounds.
So do you guys, I don't know, do you think that you should be looking for the end goal in your 20s, or do your generation want to wait later? So I'm just asking for those, ending it like this. When is the end goal, the close goal?
Go ahead, Marka D.
Marka D is first up.
Right.
I don't know if you're first up or they step back. I don't know.
So at when is the end goal? So you say you know your end goal. At what point is that end goal becoming like, okay, you know what? Like, it's getting too close to the end goal. I need to just go ahead and, like, how long are you gonna wait for somebody?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Is that part 2 too?
Yeah. Part 2.
All right. So we're gonna talk about. Okay. So we're gonna talk about sabotage. We're gonna talk about
How long you want to
complicatedness,
wait?
and how long is the end goal, right? How long are we willing to wait? Because we know what the end goal is, but you 50 now. I know what the end goal is. Well, dang.
You should.
All right. So we're gonna talk about how long is too long to wait for what you want.
All I know is we're in it. I win it.
Well, we want to say thank you for coming out, and we really appreciate your time and understanding and
Yes.
all your insight into these complicated relationships that you
Or
guys
just
find
into
yourselves
relationship in
in.
general. I really do appreciate
Yeah.
you guys taking the time out to come and speak with us. It's valuable information. We truly do appreciate it, and thank you for sharing.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.
Definitely.
All right.
All right.
And we
Until
can't
next
wait for
time.
you guys to come back again.
For part 2.
Part 2,
For sure. Part 2. Can't wait to be back.
All right.
making relationships better, one day at a time.
That's what we do,
At a
baby.
time.
One day at a time.
All right.
All right.
All right. Thank you guys again.
All right. So that wraps up another episode of Love and Beyond the I Do podcast. And as always,
We're in it to win it.
Thanks for listening to this week's episode of Lovin' Beyond the I Do podcast. Head over to iTunes to subscribe and leave a review. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Legendary Relationship, or visit our website at legendaryrelationship.com. Till next time, remember to make every day count.